Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics, reaching you live from our global headquarters here in the nation's commercial nerve center, Lagos. I'm Jeffrey Uzoma. Let's bring you the big stories in the polity that we're tracking at this very moment. Flood ravages Maiduguri, and there are updates to this particular incident as far as the affected persons are concerned. 1 million people are affected, according to the state government, Babagana Zulu. Disturbing signal from Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki threatens that PDP may not sign today's peace accord that you're watching just moments ago over allegations of bias by the Nigerian police in favor of the APC ahead of the September 21 governorship election. As the APC has also said it will be pulling out of the accord should Nigerians be worried. Both sides will be speaking to us live on the program. A sigh of relief, perhaps, for Edo Labour Party governorship candidate Olumide Akpata as the Court of Appeal affirms his candidacy for next week's exercise. On the Nigerian state, as armed bandits brazenly blocked the Gov'ship highway in Zamfara state, kidnapping an unsuspected number of travelers in the early hours of today. Thanks again for joining us. Before we get to key political talk, let's tell you for a start, let's take you to Zamfara State, where armed bandits displayed what can pass for a brazen assault on the Nigerian state. Guess what? They blocked the very busy Gov'ship highway, kidnapping an unspecified number of travelers earlier today. Mr. Yusuf Safe is one of the commuters who moments ago was still around that area, stranded. He told Channels Television, just like you're seeing, that bandits stormed the highway around 7 a.m., mounted roadblock around the Tazame axis of the road. According to him, the bandits in large numbers, with about 50 motorcycles, each carrying 3 persons, abducted a number of travelers, forcing those passengers to park by the roadside. The video you're seeing, waiting for military intervention while watching the bandit take people inside the bush. However, the military gun truck moved to the area and engaged the bandits, but the road remained inaccessible. Also, Magazu Kucheri Road, which also links Gov'ship to Fantua, was said to have been blocked by bandits. When contacted, the spokesperson of the police in the state, ASP Yazid Abubakar, said additional troops have been deployed to the affected areas to clear the road. Let's now head to politics, where the Court of Appeal, sitting in Abuja, has dismissed an appeal filed by Mr. Kenneth Imasogbo seeking to qualify or disqualify Mr. Olumide Akpata as the governorship candidate of the Labour Party for next week's election. The lead judgment delivered by Justice Okonabang, the appellate court, held that, among other things, that Mr. Imasogbo failed to explore intra-conflict resolution mechanism of the Labour Party before rushing to the court. The court also held that his case was premature in the law and cannot be entertained on the grounds that condition precedents were not met. The unanimous judgment of the 3-man panel of justices also held that Mr. Imasogbo failed to tender the disputed results of the February 23 primary election of the party, which he claimed to have won. Well, there is an update to this particular story, but as said yesterday, before today's signing of the peace accord, which is about to take place moments ago, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, says the commission is all set for today's or next Saturday's governorship election in Edo State. At the stakeholders meeting in Benin City, he says the sensitive materials are ready and will be deployed next week to the central bank, highlighting now that about 2.6 million people have registered to vote. On his part, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, assures on the readiness of the police force to peacefully exercise by deploying massively to that election. He warned what he called quasi-security outfits and non-state actors to stay off and remain banned during the election. Meanwhile, today's signing of the peace accord may be in jeopardy, as Governor Godwin Obaseki yesterday hinted that the People's Democratic Party might not append its signature to the peace accord for political parties involved in September the 21st governorship election in the state. Mr. Obaseki, who bared his mind to the chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, during a courtesy visit at the government house, queried the safety of the PDP, alleged that over 60 warrants of arrest have been secured for the arrest of PDP leaders. The general said he was in town to ensure that the political parties in the state commit to peaceful governorship posts. Well, just a moment. So we're going to just take a listen to what General Abdulsalami Abubakar said, as well as what the governor said. Just take a listen.
So, Excellency, the purpose of the Peace Committee coming to Edo State is, I'm sure you must be aware, there is going to be a signing of peace accord between the gubernatorial candidates and the parties. That is to ensure that there is no mudslinging during the campaign, and then we accept the results as long as it is free and fair. And also, if there is any misgivings, the court should be there, but abide.
The IG's office came in and obtained warrants to arrest 60 PDP supporters. 60.
60.
Yes, they have the warrants. So all just essentially driving all our leaders into hiding. And for me, my role as the chief security officer is being made nonsense of by the IG. Because the commission arrests, we had somebody who was arrested. I think the chairman was arrested. I called the commissioner. I said, I understand this has happened. Please look into it and let me know. He said, I'll come back to you, sir. And he just refused. He ignored me, didn't say anything. It was the next morning at 4 a.m. he moved that person to Abuja. And I said, speak their own language. So, sir, how can we sign a peace accord? Why should we? Because clearly what they're saying is it's going to be a very violent election. And they're going to use the forces of coercion and intimidation to win the elections in Edo, whether we like it or not. That's the message. Like the IG is in town, we say no until everybody arrested in Edo is released or brought back to Edo to be tried for whatever.
All right, so that's the complaint by the governor of the state, why they would not sign the peace accord, because he feels the police are biased. But we understand Professor Mahmoud is, the peace accord is ongoing at the moment, but let's take the reaction as well of the APC. APC just spoke this morning that they too may be pulling out of the peace accord. Take a listen to the chairman of the party, Gerald Tenebe.
It has become imperative for our party, the All Progressive Congress, to tell Nigerians why we are not predisposed to be signatory to the peace accord. Our reasons are as follows. 1, 2 months ago, the then Edo State Commissioner of Police, CP Funsho Adegboye, told Nigerians that the command had the names of those who murdered Inspector Ano Ako at the Benin airport. Inspector Ako was shot by members of the Edo State Security Network when they unleashed mayhem on APC supporters who were at the airport to receive the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Philip Shaibu, who was in company of distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, the APC governorship candidate, while returning from Abuja.
There's a lot that's been going on. That's why we brought in the two sides to this conversation. We've been joined in the program because it has to do with security. Now, if the APC and the PDP are saying they are pulling out, what does that mean for the entire polity? We've been joined in the program by Mr. Chris Okaben, a former member of the Edo State House of Assembly, joins us via Zoom from Benin City, as well as a former Commissioner for Education, Mr. Jimo Ejegbai. He joins us via Zoom as well. Mr. Chris is a member of the APC, while Mr. Jimo is a member of the PDP. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program. Let me start with you, Mr. Okaben, on this particular one, because the first shots were fired by the PDP, saying that the police is biased against them in favor of your party. I would like your response before we get to what happened this morning from Mr. Tenebe.
Hello, just for the records, and just to correct your introduction, I have contested 2 elections, and my name is Honorable Christopher Iwe Okaiben. I represented the good people of Edo West constituency twice. And also, I was a former commissioner for youth and sports, just to have set the record straight. Good morning, viewers, and thank you by extension for bringing me on to speak on these issues. And like you have asked, what are my thoughts if the governor of Edo State is threatening boycotting the peace accord? For us, I'm not surprised. It's a case of the hunter being hunted. The same police, he and his state chairman, the same IG here and his state chairman called all manner of names yesterday at the hall with the INEC chairman. Is the same police that guides him today in Government House. That is the same police he used to deny us inauguration, the 14 members of the Edo State House of Assembly who were lawfully elected by 11 local government, 14 constituencies. That was the same police he has been using to do his dirty jobs. Now, because there is a police officer who has risen up to the challenge to say, he cannot be used, who knows his onions, who knows and understands that the constitution that sets up the Nigerian police force clearly states the functions of the police. Whereas the governor was also found ranting and boasting that he's the chief security officer of the state. Nobody, I'm not sure the CP was in any contention with him, or the CP was in any competition with him, as it may be. But what I think is clear here is that whereas he says the chief security officer of the state, Edo citizens have never enjoyed security under his watch. We have not enjoyed any security. 14 House of Assembly members, this man deployed thugs to Excalibur Hotel in Etete Road. The amount of firing that took place in Etete on that very day, to God be the glory, those 14 members who are still alive today. He unleashed mayhem in that hotel. They destroyed the hotel, attacked guests who were not even House of Assembly members in that hotel. This is the same governor now who is now crying, aloof, that, oh, he's boycotting a peace accord. Now, first of all, how do you say you're a chief security officer of a state? And eminent personalities of this country are concerned. The country is already tense. And therefore, they are all concerned that, Edo State is a very peculiar state. If you say Edo is the heartbeat of the nation, one plug like this can set the nation on fire. Anyway, I'm not surprised. As a governor, he went to a program where he boasted that if any of his members, boys that were arrested are not released, Nigeria will burn. A governor who can say that of his mouth is a clear case of irresponsibility and rascality of the head of office.
Mr. Kamen, if I may, let me butt in here so that I've got the luxury of time that we don't have. Let's get the response of Mr. Ejebai on this. You've alleged, I heard the governor say, some members, about 60 warrants of arrest. I said your members have been picked up. So maybe give us a clear picture of why the PDP is really concerned about it. He is saying, because your word against theirs is just a brickbat on here and there, they are saying that he is saying that the police is now living up to expectation. You are saying the police is biased. Maybe let's hear your case.
Hello, good afternoon.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, our viewers. For us in the PDP, we believe in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Under Section 14 of the Constitution, clearly the country has chosen to abide by democratic tenets. And the Constitution also says that the security and welfare of the people is the responsibility of any government. In Edo State, we are prepared for a free, fair, and credible election. How do you sign a peace accord when our party members are being arrested? Yes, if you allege that an offense has been committed, we expect that the persons arrested should be brought before the law court and charged. You don't come overnight, secure 60 warrants of arrest our party members to deprive them from participating in the election. And you call us to come and sign a peace accord. What is the essence of the Abdul Salami Committee? It has been in existence since we entered democracy in 1999. What they do is to ensure that there is a level playing ground. Under Section 11 of the Constitution, the law allows the National Assembly under subsection 1 to make laws as to the security of the nation. Subsection 2 provides that the state houses of assembly are not precluded from making laws as to securing the states. Right now, just before the glare of everybody yesterday, the IGP said he was suspending the activities of Edo security outfit, which was backed by law, passed by the House of Assembly, assented to by the governor of the state. What are we talking about? Nigeria is in a democracy, clearly. We have chosen that the path of constitutional democracy is what Nigeria has chosen to practice. And our president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Tinubu, is a no-democrat. For over many decades, he fought for democracy in this country. What we are saying, Nigeria is not under military government. There must be a level playing ground for the political parties that are participating in the Edo election.
So, let me follow up on that before I go to Mr. Kaiben. What are the allegations or charges leveled against the people that have been picked and the people that have been earmarked to be picked by the stories we're getting from the PDP?
As we speak, no one has charged them to court. They have not been brought before any court. And the constitution is very clear. When you arrest somebody within 48 hours, they are expected to be charged before the law court. That is what the law says. Right now, they are being taken to Abuja. If offenses are allegedly committed in Edo State, will you take them to Abuja? There are courts in Edo State. Clearly, these are anti-democratic practices. We detest and we reject them in Edo.
Mr. Carmen, let me come back to you. Do you think this election has a level playing field in your view? That's one question. The second one, so they can answer them together because of time. We also saw Mr. Tenebe coming out to say they will not, or the APC will not sign the peace accord because of what happened on Airport Road and all of that. Is there an update to that?
Yeah, very good. Now, I was going to take it up from there, and because that was a question you asked him, he stylishly shied away from. Now, the Nigerian police force are not mad people who pick people randomly who have not committed an offense. Like you have just stated, an event happened in the Benin airport. And what was that event? An inspector, even if it's a constable or a last cropper, as long as he's wearing the uniform of the Nigerian police force, was killed by Obaseki's boys on Airport Road. Now, in the course of police doing their investigation, people are arrested. Of course, once the investigation is still going on, you do not expect the police to take the matter to court in a hurry, so that the governor will usurp his powers to go and ask that they are released and further make the place tense. In any case, whatever it is, I want to tell Nigerians, more than any other political party, APC is very ready for this election. Our party, I can see on the television, they're already seated. If the governor is willing to sign the peace accord, our party is going to sign. If he's not willing to sign the peace accord, I'm sure our party will still sign because we are law-abiding. Now, the big question, the entire nation, the president will even have to ask Godwin Obaseki, what is that thing you are afraid of? And also, why I correct my brother, because I know we're all one family. Ijegba is a friend of mine. One point I think I need to correct him. In this election, or in any election whatsoever, the INEC chairman is the umpire in that election. The INEC chairman is the one who brings on board the entire team that's going to bring about a successful and peaceful election. And for him to have a peaceful election, to guarantee the safety of the corpus, guarantee the safety of the ASOC staff, the police must be up and doing to do their job. And if the police, I mean, for those who are arrested, as far as we are concerned, as APC, those arrested by the police, from the information we have gathered, are not party members. They are hoodlums. Because anybody caught with a weapon or who used a weapon to kill another fellow person, I don't want to believe any political party who even goes further to adopt and even boastfully says they are my boys is an enemy of this nation. And is an enemy of this state.
Mr. Kagman, maybe I don't want to answer for him. So let me say, Jebai, he's saying that the people arrested are hoodlums. Are they hoodlums? That's one question. Second question is, what is the way forward? First question, hoodlums are they?
How can Chris Okaigbe describe a sitting elected council chairman of Face and West as a hoodlum?
Yes, it's a hoodlum that will go with talks to go and beat up a woman.
No, Mr. Ejegbai, allow him land, please. Allow him. You had your time.
Please,
I said he's a hoodlum and he's a gangster.
Okay, the whole world was watching when APC talks, armed with guns, were parading the streets of Benin City on the day the unfortunate incident happened. How do you now ascribe that the people being arrested were the ones who committed the offense? If you are sure of your facts and that the people were actually the one who killed the policeman, charge them before the law court. You don't need to go and secretly obtain warrant of arrest for 60 innocent persons, loyal party members, credible members.
On that, I will not speak for the police. On that, I'm not going to speak for the police. The police can do their job.
They are not hoodlums.
Our focus is to make sure this election is peaceful and
not hoodlums. They are loyal party people, dedicated party people. And you want to arrest them, keep them in the cooler until the election is over. We reject it. There must be a level playing ground for everybody. Nigeria has chosen the path of constitutional democracy.
That's what we're also asking for, a level playing field.
A level playing field for every man. You know you have a candidate that is not sellable, a candidate who cannot express himself, a candidate who does not know what democracy is about. And you want to impose him on Nigerians. Edo is very special. Edo is peculiar.
All right, Mr. Ejegbai, let me take it to Mr. Karben. I would like your response as we begin to wind down.
Yes.
I'd like to respond to some of the things. First, he has said those people are not hoodlums. And he said, yes, go ahead, please.
You said what?
He said they are not hoodlums.
He has just alleged that my candidate is not sellable. But I think I wish to put Ejegbai, my friend, on notice that a foolish man can never make 1 million. A foolish man can never make 1 million. And as such, Monday Okpebolo, before he became a senator, is an employer of labor. Monday Okpebolo has engaged people from his own community in his companies, both in Jos, in his companies in Abuja, and his company in Lagos. Go and verify, according to Dan Peter Obi. Now, the same man you said is not sellable. Today, have a staff strength of workers, or about 723 working in his company. Is a man who has managerial skills to, bring people and pay them salary.
Mr. Kaiben, gentlemen, if I may, just a moment, gentlemen.
Before Basaki became a governor, gentlemen, was a briefcase businessman.
All right, gentlemen, just
Chris, you are still bitter.
Mr. Kaibe, just a moment, gentlemen. I'll come back to you in just a moment. But let's head to that peace accord. We understand the APC has just signed. We can get visuals from there, and I'll come back to you on your last thoughts.
Chairman and candidates. That way, please. Thank you. People's Democratic Party, chairman and candidate. Thank you. People's Redemption Party, chairman and candidates. That way, yes, thank you. People's Redemption Party, chairman and candidates. Social Democratic Party, sorry, just in case you didn't hear what we mentioned, you draw attention to it.
So, gentlemen, a quick update, Mr. Okaiben and Mr. Ejegbai. I can tell you that both of your candidates, we understand, have signed the peace accord. Just your last take, 30 seconds. Let me start with you, Mr. Ejegbai. Quickly, sir. 30 seconds. We're totally out of time. Oh, dear.
God shows good faith. We have demonstrated good faith that we are ready for peace. We are ready for a credible election. But a level playing ground must be created for political parties so that the will of the people of Edo State will prevail.
All right. Let's take it.
Of the Constitution says sovereignty belongs to the people from where the government derives the authority.
All right, Mr. Ejegbai, no time. Let's take it to Mr. Kaiben. Mr. Kaiben, just your last take. 30 seconds, please.
Yes, my last word is to assure all Edo people and plead with every citizens of Edo to remain calm, be peaceful. 21st of September is the election. Please go all out there and exercise your franchise. Vote for your candidate. And by the grace of God, Edo will enjoy peace again.
We wish you both the very best. We're happy both candidates and chairman of your parties have all signed. Mr. Chris Okwaigben, former two-time member of the House of Assembly and former commissioner for youth. I like the way both of you are smiling. Let's smile like this after Saturday. Mr. Jimo Ejegbai, former commissioner for education. Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you. And that's it on the program. Thank you so much for your time and company. I'm Jeffrey Uzon. You've been served on Lunchtime Politics. Bye-bye.